Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll see Lab 7 in Solution Architect, which is build an AWS multi-tier architecture. So in this video, we'll see some of these following topics. Deploy a virtual network spread across multiple availability zones in a region using provided CloudFormation template, and deploy highly available and fully managed relational database across those availability zones using RDS and using Amazon EFS to provision a shared storage layer across multiple availability zones, and which is powered by NFS network file system, and create group of web servers that will automatically scale in response to load variations to complete your application tier. Okay, so let's take this lab scenario. Uh, Example corporation which creates a marketing campaign for a small to medium sized business, and they recently hired you to work with the engineering team to build out a proof of concept for their business. And to date, they host all their clients using an on-premise data center, and now they decided to move their corporation operations to their cloud to save money and transform their business with a cloud-first approach. So some members of their team have cloud experience and recommended the AWS cloud service to build their solution. Okay, so in addition, they decided to redesign their web portal. Customers use the portal to access their accounts, create marketing plans, and run data analysis on their marketing campaign. They would like to have a working prototype in 2 weeks, so we must design an architecture to support this application. So you should must be fast, durable, scalable, and more cost effective than the existing on-premise infrastructure. Okay, so in task one, we'll review and run a pre-configured CloudFormation template. In this task, we'll design and deploy a highly available and scalable deployment of the WordPress application stack. So we'll use a CloudFormation template to deploy the networking resources required to support the application. Okay, here the scenario will be the company wants to deploy a new web application on WordPress on their existing web hosting account. So the first step is to gather the requirement for the architecture design. To help get started, the network team gave you a list of requests to ensure there are no issues with the existing landscape. That includes the classless CIDR range of Amazon VPC. Using this range, build a VPC with 2 public subnet and 2 private application subnet and 2 private database subnet. So make sure you attach an internet gateway to the VPC with a NAT gateway for routing traffic, and also requested to elastic IP address. Ensure that you associate the following, like the public subnet with the internet gateway, and the private application subnet and private database subnet with the NAT gateway. Okay, so the network team also provided the route table needed with their subnet association, and the cloud engineer has transferred the information request to the CloudFormation template, and set up the security groups and outputs needed for future deployment, and can review the CloudFormation template with the cloud engineer to deploy the template and check back with the network team to validate that the build meets all the requirements. Okay, so let's download and review the template file so that you can understand the infrastructure that will be being deployed, and we'll upload the template file to create the CloudFormation stack, and then we'll view the created resources from the console. Okay, so let me go to the AWS Management Console, and here you can search for CloudFormation. Okay, so under stacks, click on create stack. With new resources standard. Okay, here prepare template. Choose the template is ready, and Amazon S3 URL. Okay, we'll be using this task1.yaml file that is available in this S3 URL, and click on next. Next, specify stack details, and mention the stack name VPC stack. Okay, and leave the other parameters default. You can click on next, and configure the stack options, and here you can leave it with the default option, and here you can review this information and click on submit. Okay, the stack will now enter the create in progress state. Okay, okay, you can click on refresh, and still it is create in progress. So you can click on resource tab. The list shows the resource that are being created. Okay, here we can still see these are being created. So the cloud formation determine the optimal order for resources to be created, such as creating the VPC before subnet. Okay, next you can click on events tab, and here this list shows the activity performed by CloudFormation. Here starting to create a resource and then completing the resource creation. So any errors encountered during the creation of the stack will be listed here. Okay, and you can click on outputs tab. Okay, so now we can see that the stack creation is completed, and we can review the key value pairs in the output section now. Okay, this may be helpful in the later section. Okay, now we have learned to configure the stack and created all of the resources using the provided CloudFormation template. Okay, so that's it in this video, and I'll see you in the next. Thank you.